But right now, hundreds of you may have walked out of the voting booth before you finished your ballot, and that means your vote did not count.
Yeah, do not walk away until you see that waving American flag. That's the message from Harris County election officials as early voting continues this week. Jason Miles live at a polling place in Southeast Houston with more on this problem. Hey, Jason.
We're on navigation. This is the Ripley campus, one of many still very busy early voting sites. But I was surprised to hear how many voters actually leave before completing the process, presumably by mistake.
Thank you. That way.
Voting is a sacred chore, and Leonora Friend made sure she did it right.
I had to ask for mine. I had to ask one step for mine before I proceeded.
Friend has seen reports about issues at the voting booth, both real and imagined.
But your coverage has helped me be more diligent about before you go to the last step.
Research and find out.
Harris County's Administrator of Elections, Sonia Aston, tells me that last step has been tricky for some. Does it ever surprise you what voters forget to do?
Nothing surprised me with voters.
She says a number of voters routinely forget to hit the cast ballot button one final time, meaning they walk away from the voting booth without it registering.
Since the ballot's so long, you may have to hit it 2 or 3 times to get to the end. So you want to get through till you see a blue screen with a American waving flag.
So even if you hit cast ballot once, that's not enough?
Correct. You need to make sure you see the blue screen waving flag.
This is what that screen should look like when you've done it correctly. The clerk's office tracks the number of so-called canceled booths, which are the result of incorrectly cast ballots and other issues. According to this data, the number of canceled booths totals 719 so far this early voting period.
So if someone walks away without hitting the cast ballot, our people are instructed not to hit the cast ballot for the voter because you're basically voting for that person.
Friend says fellow voters should be observant.
You'll see a red flag flying.
To ensure their voice is heard.
We have to make sure it's done correctly and equal to all.
And I know a lot of the information we've been giving you seems elementary, but it's very important. And the bottom line today is look for that waving American flag on that blue background before walking away from that voting machine. There's a lot more information on khou.com. And also election officials encourage you to look over a sample ballot before you go to vote. That way you'll be even more educated. Back to you.
Certainly good advice. Thank you, Jason.